out there, YouTube land, Twitter peeps, Facebook folks, Daily Motion doers, and wherever the hell she may come from. It is Lumpz the Clown, and finally made it back after a couple of weeks. I've been in a little, in a rehab state where after I got into my car accident, I was all just loopy and beat up and everything. But over the last couple of days, I've been feeling awesome, a lot like my old self again. So I'm really pumped to get back to work and everything else like that. But, you know, even then, the show still has to go on. So that means that I made a promise 4 or 5 months ago, maybe longer, that I was going to be streaming Rygar in its entirety. And that is for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I have played the arcade version, which is more like an action platformer. This one, however, incorporates role-playing elements into it, and it is absolutely amazing. And I highly recommend it to anybody who wants to give it a try. The one downside to this, and one of the big reasons I'm even playing this all the way through today for Children's Cancer Research Fund, is because there's no save feature. A lot of the length of the game comes from the backtracking and amount of leveling up that you have to do. I did do a dry run a couple of days ago, and I was able to shave about 2.5 hours off of my original completion time. So I'm pretty excited about that and seeing what I could pull off in here. Well, you know, a little bit about Rygar 1987 by Tecmo. Absolutely amazing game. Music is really awesome in it as well. However, there are a few spots where the music is not present at all, like in battle fights. You think they'd get something epic, and you're going to see what I'm talking about when we get in here. Nonetheless, despite its flaws, I love this game, and I'm excited to play it for you folks and see if we can raise up any donations for Children's Cancer Research Fund. Unless you folks happen to state otherwise, any donors out there, all funds will go directly towards Children's Cancer Research Fund. Well, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get in here and get started. Now, I am utilizing my NES Advantage controller for this playthrough. I got it turned up to about 60% for my attack button, or B button. And if you happen to turn it all the way up, then you're not going to be able to get the length that you want, the range on your weapon. See, I'm still kind of getting some semblance of max, and I'm only having to hold down B instead of going so that's good. Okay, so first couple of screens really aren't much to scoff at, kind of gives you a feel for the game. That star that I picked up is actually a magic point. It gives me 1 magic point, which you see right there, that's the blue little dash there. You can have a maximum of 7, and you can use them to use either one of these 3 magic attack spells. I personally like Assail and Attack myself. So I'm going to do my best not to review this game while I'm streaming for Children's Cancer, but I can't help myself because there's just certain parts about this game that amaze me. Number 1 being how you can jump off enemies' backs like that and not get damaged. And Rygar just doesn't do a little baby jump either. He's like, boring, boring. So that's pretty cool. Hello, I see, what is that, Epic Pulled Pigman or whatever, 9999. Thanks for tuning in. Looks like my chat's working, so glad to see you. And I'm pretty sure that I followed you on Twitter a couple of days ago. You probably know a little bit about what I'm doing here. Gonna play the whole damn thing. 1 sit, 1 shot. In the Grand Mountain lies the entrance to Garlos. You gotta dig that music too. And I actually learned a little bit later that that is from Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde as well, from the title screen, NES version. I don't know if there's any other versions of that horrendous game on any other platform. I sure hope not. Damn. Ugh. Okay, so now we're getting into the mountains. You start seeing these funky looking raptor guys. And I guess you could say they're kind of like billy goats or whatever, because they could just jump up and down this mountain. Well, I should say just down it, and they don't die. And this is a spot I'm going to be camping out in for a little bit, and I'm going to be leveling up until I get to about 5 hit points. See, in my recommendation, you can try to hit every single enemy that comes flying down, either if they're on your left or right. I'm going to stick to the left here. I seem to take out more enemies quicker this way instead of trying to bop back and forth between left and right. And it does take a little bit of time, and this is what I was speaking about earlier. This is where the majority of the game's length comes from. This very spot right here, just trying to level up. Now, if you don't take the time to level up, you're going to regret it. As you haven't noticed, Rygar's weapon takes about maybe 5, 6 hits, maybe 7. for standard enemies. I mean, we're only on, what, the second screen? Alright, so you take these guys out. I'm literally holding down and B. I could even like take my right hand over here, pop the top on my water bottle, take myself a swig, get refreshed. Okay, I'm going to try to read that. LP Pigman 9999. Thanks again for tuning in. That sepia cyan color that you're using for your font color there kind of threw me off a bit. Because everything on my screen right now is like really white. So it's kind of like screwing my eyes. Alright, so we are now up to 6 magic points. Excellent. And maybe I'll get a chance to show those off, but magic points are kind of scarce to pick up, so maybe I'll hold off on that till I actually need the damn thing. Whoa, look at that! Look at that, I got me 4 hit points now. Alright. And now we no doubt have 7 magic points. Because that was a 2-star right there, and that obviously gives you 2 magic points. And for the longest time, I didn't know what those pickups were, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I pick them up like, da-da-da, you know, thinking they're stupid. Oh no. In order to beat Rygar, you have to utilize the magic spells that you come with. You don't learn any other magic spells, besides the 3 that you come with naturally. But if you don't use them, then you're going to have one hell of a time trying to beat everybody, especially when you get to the bosses later on, ones with the ridiculous projectiles and all the other stuff you're going to be seeing. Alright, so... I think I'm going to take another drink, maybe drag off the bait, good old bait. Alright, so the stream's looking really good. I'm really pleased. I hope the folks out there watching are enjoying. Yeah, see, look at this. It's almost like after a while, these guys develop a will to live. If they happen to jump down that mountain about 5 pixels away, they'll actually dodge your weapon, which is pretty crazy. Now, they'll land right on top of it, so I assume that's kind of the stupid ones, kind of like lemmings, you know, all diving off the cliff. And I had a biologist buddy of mine try to tell me, well, that's not true, Lumpz. Lemmings just don't jump off the cliffs because others do. It's just it's like, what do they call it, an urban legend? Nah, I don't know. I don't care enough. Hell, there's even stupid humans. And what was it like on The Simpsons? Artie was making fun of Homer in high school. He's like, there's a difference between ignorance and stupidity. And Homer's still getting all huffy. Not to me, there isn't, you. He's all trying to get tough. And the teacher asked to present his rebuttal, and he's like, with pleasure, and shows the class his ass. That was pretty funny. Alright, so while we're doing this, I'm going to check my dashboard and make sure everything's still copacetic. Yeah, we're bueno. I see 3 viewers out there. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Do not be afraid to chat with me. Though I'm not entirely sure that my chat window is working. I did refresh everything. It looks like we're looking good. Alright, cool. We hit 5, so now I'm going to kill enough enemies now to get my life full. So I'm going to wait for a life potion. Then we'll move on with the game. And when you really break it down, there's only about, there's 5 Endora gods that you have to save. The 5th one being after the final boss, of course. Ah, you son of a bitch. Can't believe that. I wasn't paying attention. And I did promise when I initially started this campaign that I'd be trying to keep it PG, but no promises. Okay, even PG movies will have the occasional slip, and being some dumb street kid, I'm bound to at some point. So don't fault me for it. Children's Cancer Research Fund. You guys are amazing, and I love your work. When you get to Garlos, first go west, then go north. Now this is important. Now Garlos is the name of the plains I'm going to be headed to next, and that's up this rope here to the left. Alright. I love the music of Rygar. It's absolutely epic. So I discovered a few days ago that my AC has multiple speeds. So in order to eliminate any background, as much background noise as possible, I turned that down to low. But it doesn't stop the 100-degree heat from trying to permeate my room, because it is absolutely hot up here. Whoa! If you haven't noticed, Rygar in the overhead view here is a lot slower than enemies and projectiles, so you got to be wary of that. Okay, so that's the cave I'm looking for. I don't think there's really anything else in here. Hitbox is kind of weird on it. The grappling weapon will help you complete your quest. Alright, so you know how I'm doing this right here? Well, forget about doing that later on like second and third story platforms, because it's not going to work. You'll just draw them. You're going to drop down your grappling weapon, and that's it. And sometimes that can cost you a life. And the last time I played this, I did die, so I'm not expecting to go through this on a no-death run, but that's the goal. Since I've beaten this game twice already, I should be a little bit more wary of how things work. So that's the goal. We're aiming for no death, folks. No death. Okay, so we're going to head back where we came, but this time I'm going to head to the right instead. Alright, so in order to get where we need to go, I'm going to cross over here. See, the river, it actually eventually ends at some point, so you can climb up and over the top of it. And a little bit about what I've been doing. I've been going to the chiropractor and trying to get better again, and everything's looking great. This is the best I've felt in like a month or something. Alright, so this one has the annoying fishmen guys. I mean, look at these guys. They do have kind of a predictable attack pattern, though, when they fly out of the water. They'll either fly over you and then head down to your level, and they go really slow, so you can pick them off pretty easy. Now, the sprites in this level, it is kind of hard to see where to jump at times, so you gotta take a second look before you do so. And since we got the grappling weapon on platforms like the one I was just standing on, you're not going to want to try to hit down and B, because then you'll enable your grappling weapon and the fish guy will hit you, and then you're in the water. Okay, this is a slow-flying devil dude. That's what I call him anyway. Above here, in the skies of Rolsa, is a floating castle. So the name of this place is Rolsa, obviously. I'm going to take out the devil. Ooh, another door. Let's go in here. From here, you can't go on without the grappling weapon. Well, luckily we got it. Cool. Alright. Now, the first time that I came here, I'm exploring around inside Garlos. I came here first, and that is a big mistake, because then you get about right here, you're not going to be able to utilize the grappling weapon unless you grab it first. And I'm not afraid to admit it. I had to read a couple of walkthroughs and memorize it the first time around. First playthrough for this game took me about 4.5 hours. Last time I did a dry run on it, doing a test on my equipment, I ended up getting about 2.5 hours. So that's pretty nifty. Whoa! It's getting a little hectic right there. Whoa! Alright, get up there. Oh, man. So it can't quite reach, but you can use your grappling hook like so. I see I pressed up and B. Do not fall off of there. I'm pretty sure you die. Whoa! See, that's a good spot right there where that guy can trick you into pressing down and B to attack. Last time I tried that out, ended up killing me about 3 times. I don't think so, stupid. Alright, so there is a boss coming up, and he is in this forest. Now, there's some other really super annoying enemies in here. You see these caterpillars? They shoot projectiles like that out, but you can end up enabling a glitch to kick them off screen, which I'm going to be using heavily as I get further in here, because there's one spot where it's really hard to jump in front of them and take them out before the projectiles will knock you off the platform. Okay, so is there anything up here? There is. It's up here. Alright. It's all coming back to me. Sweet. Alright, welcome. Take a rest to regain your strength. So, I ended up getting a re-rest. While I hang out in here for a second, I'm going to recheck my dashboard. Alright, so I'm going to refresh that. Now, I'm actually utilizing the same computer. I put my old MacBook away because it just doesn't seem to be able to keep up with all the updates. It seemed to be weekly or even daily at some points for Adobe. So chat doesn't really seem to work all that well on it. And whenever it would, it'd be like, it's only 2006, you know? It's an older Mac. It's not even a Core 2 Duo. It's literally a Core Duo. And I picked it up on eBay for about $150 because I wanted to get my teeth into actual editing. I wasn't too thrilled with what I was seeing on PC, you know, and really liked what I saw going on in the Mac editing world, so I wanted to give Macs a shot. Okay, so you see that guy? See, I just glitched him off screen, but you still got to watch out for his projectile. Same with this dude. There you are. You're gone. So do not get too hasty. Watch your surroundings before doing any jumps or anything like that. Okay, so we're about dead end where you go up here. And boom! A monster Iruga lives deep within this forest. I smell boss fight. What about you guys? Little Rygar musical interlude while I take a Rygar. Alright, excellent. So there's nothing over here. See, eventually you're going to dead end right there. So we got no choice but to go right. Yeah. Alright, so, whoa, what's this? See, watch it right there. If he would have hit me and I would have landed in between these two platforms, I would have went in the water and been game over. So you going to do it again? Nope? Okay, good. I was kind of shitting a brick right there for a second. Alright, so man, they're getting pretty aggressive right now, these water dragon things, whatever they are. Like, somebody called them flying fishmen. I don't think that's really accurate. I mean, they look like dragons to me. I barely made that jump. Like, whew. Okay, so this is Iruga. We're going to use the attack and assail. See how I knocked off 5 of my magic points? It gives you 10 hits to every enemy on screen. Check this out. Alright, so his attacks really aren't much. And listen to that boss music. Isn't that horrible? I know it's supposed to sound all dramatic and everything. Oh, whoa! He took off like 3 with that hit. That is weird, man. Okay, so now I'm really screwed. Hopefully I don't have to reset the game. I'll just do this the old school way. So you can't hit his projectiles and knock them out. Urgh! Well, so much for my no death run, folks. I think I'm going to get a few right here. Well, maybe I can go back and I can gather up some magic points. Because that is just terrible. See, they were getting really aggressive right here, so where are you at now? Come on. So if I walked backwards a little bit, then it spurred him to come around. And this is what I'm talking about. This is where the majority of length of Rygar comes from, is the backtracking and how rare the item pickups are. So far I've killed about 7 or 8 of these guys, and they haven't dropped one thing. Come on. See, and eventually they run out of steam, and then you can just kind of backtrack like so, and they'll come back. Now, 1 magic point, good, out of like 20 monsters killed. Reminds me of certain massive multiplayer online games out there. And anyone who plays those know what I'm talking about. I had my stint with World of Warcraft. I love the Warcraft mythos, but I miss the real-time strategy that came with like Warcraft 3 and that. I like the single-player mode. I don't like walking around a world and all of a sudden some dickwipe who just plays all the time ends up knocking me out in about 2 seconds. You know, to me that's not really fun anymore. And there's always going to be someone out there that could just utterly destroy you. And instead of being a sportsman about it, it's like they're bad. They're bad sports about it. They're hey, look what I did to you. And a lot of them are like 12-year-olds still living with mommy and daddy. Like, no, no, no. That ain't good. So if you folks are trying to chat with me, I'm sorry. I did do a refresh, and I still see LP Pigman still up there. I don't know if you're still in. Still see about 3 viewers on my count, so thanks again, folks, for tuning in. And I think instead of being stubborn like I usually am, I think I might take my buddy Adam's information to using Chatty and see if that makes any bit of difference. He seems to have a more consistent result. Alright, good. So now I got 7. Kill this guy! Kill him, kill him, kill him! Oh, man. See, that's ridiculous. I had to use my entire magic points for recovery. And I need at least 5 so I can do the attack and assail. Because I don't want to get anywhere near Aruga. I mean, after seeing the damage he dealt out, that was actually a shock to me because I've usually beaten him so quick I've never seen how hard he hits. Oh well, we'll get that no-death run done next time. And I'm going to keep aiming for it too. Rygar's just one of those games I don't really seem to get tired of. I don't know why. There's just something about it that draws me in. Whether it's the music, you know, the mythos, you know, how Rygar was raised up from the dead because the land of Argul was threatened by Lygar and his monstery minions. I'm not jumping over there. There's a bunch of guys jumping up. No way. Alright, so we are now at 4 magic points. I need 1 more at least. Nobody? Not one? Are you kidding me? Oh, come on. Come to Papa. Let's do this thing. Alright, good. We're going to wait for these guys to clear out, and then I'm going to jump! Okay, so now we're going in with 7 magic. Good, good. So I'm going to do attack and assail, and I think that'll also leave enough for a power-up, so I'll use that too. Sure doesn't. Okay, so slow and steady's going to win the race with Aruga. I don't like how he keeps getting closer, though. Maybe I can jump over him. I'll wait 1 more and then I'll jump. Die! Yeah, I did it! I'm Endora. I'll give you a pulley you must use to cross. Cool. I'll take that pulley. Thank you very much. Now, I could definitely go for some life right about now. Or a Miller High Life, whatever you got. You know, to tell you the truth, a lot of people might talk crap about Miller High Life, but I dig it myself. I use it in recipes for like carne asada and junk like that, and it's pretty tasty. Alright, so now what we gotta do, we got a pulley. See, we can cross the river like there if we'd like. Hey, James, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Alright, so I might be crossing the river there shortly, but I'm going to look up something here really quick. Oh yeah, I know what this is. This is a cave where you need the coat of arms in order to get a life potion. Yes, the champagne of beers, James, you are correct. I don't know why I dig it, I just dig it. Because I guess anything's better than, say, Old English. You know, like... Yeah. To tell you the truth, with my medications and everything, I haven't really been drinking a lot of beer, and that's kind of sad to me. So our next goal here is, I believe, there's nothing up here. Oh yeah, we got to cross this river. Let's cross it right now. Now you got to be careful right here. You can fall off. See what you got to do. You just got to wiggle around. Whoa. And you might die a couple of times doing it. It's really goofy. It's one of the little quirks about the game that isn't really my favorite. It's almost like it's asking you to die, and you can get too close to that edge up there up top, so I recommend cruising the wall. Oh yeah, that's true, James. Anything's better than... Well, you know, I haven't I think the one thing I remember best about Milwaukee's Best is that it tastes just like water, but it's got like a beer coloring to it, so it's really goofy. Damn it, I'm going to have to tank through this. Oh, no! See, don't be turned off by the game over screen now. See, I press start, and I'm right back at the door that I came in on. Now you got to watch out for these guys. Their drop patterns are not predictable. Their hitbox is weird. It's their head. So you can brush their legs and everything else like that. It's not going to hurt you. Damn it. Son of a bitch. And you can duck down like that, what I did right there. Oh, yeah. Damn it, I should have just left it alone. But I got stubborn, man. Oh, no, 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 no. Ugh. And I'm out of magic points. Go figure. Do you want to give me any life? Oh, woo, woo. I just lost about 20 years of my life right there. And right there, too. Did you see that? Whoa, no, no, no. So it's a pretty safe bet. If one overshoots you, then the other one's going to land right on you. Ah! No! Alright, we're going to try it again. I don't think there was an opportunity for me anywhere to be picking up any life. So I probably need to be picking on these guys, see if I can get some life. Because that is a little too low for my taste. Oh, slow down. And to tell you the truth, I'm actually using real NES hardware for this playthrough. I'm going to go back, okay? I'm going to see if I can get some life. Those guys just shave off a little too much for my flavor. You know what's funny is that on my dry run I seem to do better, but then like right when I'm on camera I'm going to show off my skills and then punch right to the face. Sewage in a can, I think that sounds about right. Okay, so I gotta reload my chat there. Seems like it's being weird. Okay, so once I get full life, I should be able to handle a lot of those enemy, those flying guys a lot better than I have been. And I think it's right around here. Yeah, this is where I came in originally. Now I'm going to head back to Grand Mountain, and I'm going to get my life points back up. It's got the most opportunities for refilling. Though if I remember correctly, there was something in Aruga's Forest, but I don't know if I want to backtrack all the way to Aruga's Forest right now. So the chat window just crashed, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened there. And maybe it'll come back up in a minute. I just had it reload. And I don't recall anybody else having as much trouble as me when it comes to getting chat to work. Like, damn, I can't believe it. Alright. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, so I haven't given up hope yet. There's still a lot of chance for me to be making up for lost time. As soon as I get into that other place and I pass by that hellacious dragon egg drops part of the stage, then I'm going to be inside of a cave. And the cave is actually pretty easy. But I can't even hope to get through that unless I have full life. So I'm just going to stay here and level up for a second. Now by doing this, what's going to save me time is that I'm probably at a level higher than what normal folks would be when they get to that part of the game. Yes, give me that. Okay. And if I backtrack to Aruga's Forest, then, I mean, it may not be worth it in the end because you've seen all the flying fishmen and all the other crazy crap I got to deal with in there. It's not worth it, man. Not in my book, anyway. Okay, Grand Mountain, everything's pretty tame. Everybody's pretty predictable. You know, I think I'm going to get one more life and I'm going to move on. See if I can save some time. Whoa! I didn't even mean to, but I ended up getting another health point, so that's pretty awesome. Yeah. James, why am I dressed like a clown? Well, mostly because I am one. You know, and not just like this, you know, in Lumpz the Clown persona, but also in real life. If you guys ever hung out with me in real life, the antics never end. They never do. I always got one up my sleeve. You know, and I always try to pull a fast one on folks, and yeah. And not too many people, you know, around me, like some of the more conservative ones, really appreciate that kind of humor. But hey, I'm just going to be me. Not going to fake it up for nobody. Alright. So I'm not going to cross the river. I need to get back down here to where I was, and we're going to beat up those dragons. They kind of remind me of something I would have seen in like Kung Fu Heroes. You know, I did a stream on that a while back. Alright, good, good, good. Yeah, I think Twitch was actually giving me trouble there, James. It's just, you know, I was trying to, it took me about 5 minutes to get everything nominal. 5 minutes longer than it normally would, so that's, you know, screw up number one. And then screw up number two, it seems like Adobe's going to try to give me crap, but at least I don't have any dropped frames or anything like that. Audio and everything's on point. Yeah! Man, I probably should have ducked that guy. At least I got some life right there. Oh, eggs from all over! Ooh. Good, he dropped his, and they're absolutely useless after they drop their egg. They won't come after you or anything like that. Okay, that guy's probably gonna try to drop it on me. Whoa! Ah! Turd. Can't believe it. Take your eggs, stick them up your ass. I am going to make it through here, damn it. Ah, good. Attack and assail. Oh, I can't get hit once more. I can't. No! I did it! Yeah! So, now that I've made it in here, this is a good opportunity for me to regain all of my lost health and my magic points. I'm going to do about the same treatment I did before. Yeah, the Kosei, yeah. So what's DDoS, James? I don't understand. Were they like, they were just being trolls, just trying to screw with that person? Nobody's really screwed with me, you know, except for my exploits over at Gaming Rebellion. We're trying to branch out to, you know, different fields, you know, different opportunities and outlets for us to get our articles out there. And not everybody is having a positive response on it. You know, you start to see kind of like a different crowd, you know, one that's a lot more finicky, a lot more whiny, whatever. You know, a lot more, you know, they like splitting hairs and splitting them again. So it's just a matter of trying to find which community you fit in best with, and it's all a trial run. And even regardless of Twitch's new copyright ID claim system, I still like them. I still think they're awesome. And I actually wrote an article recently in regards to like the whole content ID thing and try to clear up any of the rumors and other horse shit you might hear out there. Oh, okay, yeah, so the traffic got so heavy? I don't think that's going to happen to me for a while, you know. I kind of like being a smaller guy for right now and get my feet wet and perfect my craft. You know, this layout that you're looking at right now, James, this thing, this is something I worked on for probably about 3 hours, 4 hours one night. See, I wanted to pay Rygar tributes and put the Children's Cancer Research Fund on there somewhere as well and try to make it all look nice without looking tacky. So hope you guys are enjoying it. Distributed denial of service. Oh, okay. Gotcha now. So what was so important? Like, was it just traffic to his channel, or was it traffic just in general, like to Twitch? Alright, cool. I got another hit point. Awesome. Alright, cool. So I got another magic point. I'm pretty sure I'm sitting at 7. Whoa, I hit my turbo button. Or my slow motion button on my NES Advantage. Hey, thanks, James. Appreciate it. You know, the Rygar sprite, I couldn't find one that would pay it justice, so that one I actually got from DeviantArt. Oh, okay. Cool, cool. Chris Clever? So they hit him. Are you talking about like storage, or are you talking about just booting him out? Because I haven't had that problem. I don't use Twitch's storage system myself. You know, what I do is I save it to a file local on my computer, and then I take it down to my editing computer on a thumb drive, and then there I go. Never had to worry about Twitch censoring me. It's not going to happen. And if it ever does, you know, I'll move on and still do what I'm doing. You know, just got to do what you got to do. I'm not collecting as much life points as I'd like to right now. Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, I haven't really been promoting this thing too hard, you know, the Rygar stream like I should. I got all these other projects going on. I kind of kept it down to a minimum, you know, and then I did one a couple of nights ago. Got like 8 or 9 retweets. I mean, it was crazy. And then a couple of folks didn't even know that Rygar existed on the Nintendo, you know, and then the ones that did were like, whoa, Rygar, awesome! You know, like Adam over at Replayability. He was pretty psyched for it. A couple of his buddies. He's got Mystics over there as well. And they were all pretty pumped to hear that I was doing Rygar's stream, but, you know, they got stuff going on. I believe Mystics is going to a concert. Whoa, no, no, no. Got to the end of Outlast. See, I did a dry run of this a few nights ago myself, and still had it. The only sad part is I didn't record it, because I was kicking ass in that run. Okay, there's a few gods down here I'm going to get. First of which is over here, I believe. You can go no further. You must go back the way you came. Well, screw you. I don't like being told what to do. Matter of fact, that's something in my psych told me that is something that's part of my personality, I guess. But, you know, whatever. You can use that as a positive. That's what I always say. You know, instead of dwelling being a victim, you know, just try to find a way to turn it around, change the world for the better. That's what I do. I entertain with my clowny antics. I play video games for your amusement. And I usually play really hard ones that get stomped. Okay, so good. This god ended up restoring my strength. Now, we've seen a couple other platforms down here, which we could probably use our grapple rope and see what's down there. So there's nothing over here. Whoa, gotta watch out for those Super Mario 3 style fireballs. Trying to find the timing on them is really hard. Oh, thanks, James. Appreciate your support too, man. You're always awesome. Continue straight in the top cave to see the sunset. So as you can see, there is nothing else beyond this god's door. So we need to go back up to that first level. That's where I'm going to head now. Okay, see if I can catch the timing on this. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Yeah, they literally appear every second, so you really got no choice but to tank through it, which sucks. You know, to me, you know, if a game gives you no choice but to tank through something, that's just cheap, man. You know, give me something to figure out. When I have to just charge right through it, that's just makes it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But it's not a disqualifying factor for this game. If anything, it makes you think harder. Okay, so I think I need to try to find a platform leading up there. I can't just climb up onto that level. I need to find a platform similar to that one back there, you son of a bitch. So I'm pretty sure I got 7, so I'm going to recover. I really dig the song in this cave. Oh, I want to tell you a little bit about, I was going to do it in my intro, but I forgot. I wanted to talk about some of the folks that have impacted me personally because of cancer. Had a sibling impacted by cancer, my own dad, and then I even had a couple of neighbors and even a girl that I worked with back when I worked at Jack in the Box. She was only 19. She got cancer as well. And last I heard, it was in remission, so I'm really happy that's going on for her. Buy her a little bit of time. Cancer is scary, man. And even my grandpa's a 2-time skin cancer survivor. So when you think about me smoking 2-3 packs a day, the odds weren't really in my favor. I quit real cigarettes about a year or 2 years ago. I go pretty hard on the vape sometimes, but even then, I still feel a hell of a lot better than I did before. Lungs felt about the size of peanuts. I just wasn't in good shape. Okay, so now I'm on the other side of that wall. And I'm pretty sure I can go down here. Yeah, see, I'm on the other side of the wall. Good. Alright, for the folks just tuning in, I am using my NES Advantage controller with an NES that I actually picked up I think a few years back at one of my favorite video game stores. Couldn't pass it up. My original one, I ended up just tossing it back when I was a kid still. Stopped working. That was really stupid of me because I later realized that you could just replace the 72-pin connector and that solves like 99.9% of your problems. But whatever. Okay, so you do have to do a little bit of left scrolling to continue on with the cave. And when you're not cruising on a rope, it's easier to dodge those fireballs. And you can't really tell when they come out, so I recommend getting to the edge of a cliff and seeing if fireballs pop up. See, like right there. Okay, so that gives about a 1.5 second delay, and I was able to jump over it. Good. Oh, cool, James. I'm glad that you ended up changing your mind, too, on cigarettes. The sad part is that I still find that I enjoy the smell of cigarette smoke, which is sad. I know that, but, I was 3 years old, and I was exposed to secondhand, and I enjoyed the smell of it so much that when I became 18, I did, in earnest, I picked up. I'd been smoking for about a year or two prior to that. And the stupid part was I was a football player and a wrestler. And I couldn't do that anymore because my lungs felt just tiny, man. All deflated. Okay, good. I have enough for attack and assail! Okay, so this guy really isn't too much trouble. I don't even know if he tries to land on you. He does, but he ain't nothing. Actually, easier than the first boss. I'm Endora. I'll give you this crossbow. Cool, I got the crossbow. Alright, so I believe you can jump on the overworld, yes. But you can't jump over this door. So what you gotta do is you gotta carefully cruise down to the bank there. Okay, so here's a door. I'm gonna go in here. You can see the Palace of Durago above this island. Now, Durago is a pain in the ass. Oh, man. Oh, James, I got another story for you. I got a stepmom who's been smoking for well over 20-some-odd years, okay? Maybe 30 even. And she ended up just up and quitting out of the blue after she realized that my father ended up contracting, like, basal cell carcinoma on his scalp. So that was pretty awesome. Oh, I thought somebody was sneaking up behind me. So I got the crossbow. I should be able to cross over here. So you got to stand on the stump. Yeah, see? It's really hard to find it. It's a lot of trial and error. But again, not a disqualifying factor of this game. It's cheaper, pay for a month. Yeah, I can only imagine New York. You know, I used to smoke Newports, and that's here in Idaho, and the Newports were about $4.40 a pack when I started smoking. And by the time I had quit, the price of a pack of Newports jumped all the way up to $7 and some change. So, in the end, the vape is so much cheaper. I mean, you know, I'm glad that that ended up working for you too, James, because that'll run you bankrupt if you don't die first. You know, taxes and everything else, and New York just absolutely gets raped. Well done, but you will face more difficult challenges. Well, thanks for the tip, stupid. Alright, we're gonna get out of here. And this song is really undramatic. It's literally like a 3-second loop that plays over and over again. Just when you think it's building up into something, nothing's there. Alright, so I'm going to knock out these guys. There's another door up here. I'm not entirely sure any gods in here are going to regain my strength. We can only hope. Defeating Rygar will again return peace to Argul. Now, Argul is the name of the land that we're in. And to tell you the truth, Rygar is the holder of the disc armor, and he was actually dead before the Endora gods were kidnapped by Rygar and his monstrous minions. So they ended up rising him from the grave in order to save them, and the land of Argul from utter destruction from Rygar. And that is the backstory. And the arcade game is a lot more action platformy than this. This one does incorporate RPG elements really well in my book. So I think I can go over here. Yes, I can. I'm not liking the amount of life that I have or magic points. I don't have the coat of arms yet. See, if I had a coat of arms, that guy would have gave me a life potion. Oh yeah, the Endora god. Yeah, the cave song is from Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's pretty damn funny. But $10 a pack? Jeez. You know, it just doesn't seem worth it, you know, and to tell you the truth, I always felt like shit when I was smoking cigarettes, and I just kept smoking them. I couldn't tell you why. I mean, I was even double fisting sometimes 2 burning in each palm, and I just had to do something. And when I got off of that, I ended up feeling a lot better, though I did end up getting really sick. I had a fever, 103 for about 2 days. I had a sinus infection. I was all jacked up. And so there's nothing over here. But by the time I got over all that, I was totally done with cigarettes. And that's a good feeling. You know, I haven't played Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde myself yet, but I want to give it a try. I think I ended up putting it on my home arcade, and I still haven't tried it yet, but in my defense, there is about 900 titles on there, only about 100 of them that I've actually played. You know, because I figure someday down the road I'm going to want to play them. Your quest is half completed. Fight on! Well, you say so. See, look at these ugly, deformed, baby-looking things. I don't even know what they are, man, but they are ugly. So there's actually a Mary Jane flavor, huh? I didn't even realize that. You know, because Idaho's still pretty conservative when it comes to that, you know, but I was thinking, you know, that there was these guys out there that might have tried to perfect the flavor of it, if anything else. You know, at my work, I get UAs. Okay, and it's not legal yet. You know how that goes. Hey, if you see Durago, ask him to release my daughter. So, apparently Durago has kidnapped that god's daughter. That's not good. I don't know if I'd be fucking with a god. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, no! Man, I barely got out of there with my ass. Okay, so we're going to just go in here, disc armor a-flying. We've got these Triceratop-looking things coming after us. Very rarely do they drop anything, and if they do, it's usually magic points, which doesn't do us a damn bit of good when we're one hit away from dead. Come on! So yeah, there's no god in here that's going to refill my life, so that really sucks. And I'm afraid that when I get down here to the final walkway up into Durago's little room, that I'm going to need to backtrack and play around with these trees for a little bit so that I can build my life and possibly magic points back up. Okay, good. I got a little bit of life. That's not enough for me to be comfortable with Durago. Okay, so your local vapor store sells it? Yeah, go ahead and DM me a link there, James, if you could. I'd appreciate that. When I close out of my chat thing, I don't ever have the foresight to save it. Just call it a brain fart, whatever, but yeah, just DM me that link. I'd appreciate it. I'd like to look into it more. Whoa, whoa, okay. So here's a trick you can do to respawn these demon trees so that you can build up your levels faster. Where one appears, you can go up about, go up about one pillar and it will respawn. See how I'm standing at the second pillar? Walk up to the third one and he'll respawn. And you can take him out, and you can do that endlessly. I'm going to have to do that so I can get some damn life, because I'm not in good shape right now, folks. I've only got 4 magic points. Alright, so we got that. We got him. And it's really hard to dodge those fireballs. I recommend hanging out on one side and then scooting over after he fires, and then he'll likely miss you. I got too close that time. Get away from me! You know what's really aggravating is that if you have to dodge a fireball and he's got the crucial life or magic point that's going to put you where you want to be, and you have to get off screen, it will disappear. It doesn't stay there waiting for you, no. Alright, so go up here. This guy should reappear down here. Very good. We're going to get him. Man, they're not being very forgiving right now. You know, normally the demon trees will spawn a little something, but this is a lot slower process than hanging out in Grand Mountain and trying to get pick up some buffs from the other guys. See, I can try to knock out this demented little baby thing. Okay, got him. Cool. So I ended up getting another magic point. I'm now sitting at 6. And technically, I could get one more magic point and then recover, but then it's not going to leave me any magic points for attack and assail, which is absolutely crucial when fighting Durago. That guy has got a crazy attack pattern. You'll see it when we finally walk in there. Okay, so whoa, 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 leave me alone. Damn it, got me. Well, I was hoping that had been a magic point instead, but whatever. Just makes the process that much longer. Because then I could have just farmed for magic points instead after using them to recover. I think if anything, the music will drive you crazy, and a lot of these later stages where it just endlessly loops a 3-second track over and over and over. I can make better shit in Mario Paint, man. That fireball does travel forever. It never goes away. Damn it, I still don't have enough magic points. I want to do recover! Screw you, demon tree. Okay, I know I took the easy way out there, but at least I'll be able to farm the points now for something useful like attack and assail. Because to me, recover is kind of like a last-ditch option when you're fighting the final boss. You know, because you'll want to stock up with a life potion, of course, and then you'll have the recover there just in case. And then you can also do power-up and everything else. A lot of the strategy guides out there will tell you to attack Rygar with the attack and assail. And I'm pretty sure I did that last time, and then I did like a power-up. Whoa! Leave me alone! He is gunning for me. Now, Nightmare on Elm Street, that was recommended to me by Steven Eider on Twitter as well, and I've been dying to try it out. But I think he recommended that and Beetlejuice for future streams. I still plan on taking those suggestions and doing the weekly streams. What I've been doing 2 weeks prior to this, James, is I've been doing sound tests. What you're hearing right now is the result of like a week and a half of me testing and trying to get OBS more stable with recording audio and video. Because with my old setup, sometimes the stream wouldn't make it. Like I'd record it, and it would be there, it would be a file, something I could click on, but it wouldn't play in Windows Media Player, which I thought was goofy. So I would try to move it into another media player, and it would be all broken, and the fucking echo would be crazy and everything else. So I just want everything to work right the first time. So what I figured, I cut my virtual audio cable instances down to 2 instead of 3, and then OBS starts working right. So it's all processes, man. Now you guys are always giving me great suggestions for games, and I do have the list of not only the game, but also the person that suggested. So when I finally get around to streaming a game that was suggested by one of my Twitter followers, I'm going to give him a shout out before I do the stream. Let him know exactly who told me to play that game. Because a lot of these I don't either own or whatever, but I give them a try, and I am an emulation master. Normally it's like my last go-to, but I haven't even found a copy of Nightmare on Elm Street in my area, like not even once. And a lot of the guys that run the video game stores out here, the little mom and pop ones, they're video game nerds just like us, and they have said they haven't even found it. Okay, so I've only got one magic point. This is getting really old, but I gotta keep my patience up, or I'm gonna have to use all those magic points I accumulate for recover again. Do not want to go there. Yeah! So what time is it? So I've been streaming for about roughly an hour now. So we're about an hour into Rygar, so not bad, not bad. See, last time I did this was about 2.5 hours. I'm going to lean on the heavy side. It was either 2.5 hours. I was kind of faded that night, I was having really bad back pain, so I had to take these muscle relaxers, and I was like, "Da-da-da! Name's Lumpz the Clown!" I should really set up like a stopwatch for myself. If I'm not loose enough to do that, but tell you the truth, last couple of days I've been feeling great. I think I'm actually getting better. And why is that, James? I thought that maybe that cart would have been fairly common. I think even my stepbrother might have owned it at one point. But of course after my brother and I got old enough to move out, he ended up inheriting a lot of the NES carts. City Connection is one I can name off the top of my head. Contra. I mean, there's some heavy hitters in that pile. And I didn't get a damn one of them. But that's cool though, because I'm gonna build up my own collection. And no one's gonna be like, what, Lumpz? I'm gonna take your shit. Like, you wanna fight for it, man. Alright, so get him. And because of all the cancer and everything that's come across in my family, I've actually had to tell my own doctors, about my old smoking habits. I had to tell them that I need to be on watch, for cancer. So, yeah, I want to be around for a long time for you guys. Don't plan on quitting anytime soon. The clown train will come a-rolling. Oh, okay, so LJN, yeah. So $20 on Amazon for that? I don't know if I'd be willing to pony up $20 for Nightmare on Elm Street anyway. So So my worst nightmare, I'm not even up to enough magic points yet. I'm not building them up fast enough. I'm already at low health. I want to get at least one more magic point, and then I'm going to just try to hoorah Durago and then see if I can do it. Get him. So they're usually cruising to the left when they come on screen, so that's one way you can get the jump on them. No, Rygar. He doesn't turn fast enough on a dime in order for you to dodge those fireballs. So if they're on you, maybe about 4 or 5 pixels away, just keep running. That's all you can do. Alright, so we're going to do that. Cart only. Wow! Oh no, I ain't going to drop. Nope. Okay, so we're going to use this. Look at this guy's projectiles. Good God. So I just learned a trick on my last dry run, is that you can jump over those eyeballs, but I died. Damn it. I did die! Ugh. So I'm going to try to see how I do on a solid run with no spells. Because Attack and Assail literally just hits all enemies on the screen for a total of 10 hits. So it doesn't really like up the ante of how hard you're hitting the guy. He's still going to take the same amount of hits. So I just got to do a good enough job at dodging his bullshit that he's launching at me here. Little eyeballs and wings. Yeah! Woo! That is amazing. I've never done that. You can use Endora's suit of armor for protection. Okay, so I got a suit of armor, still not a coat of arms. See, right here we got tone and last. Tone is, think of that as attack, last is defense. So I'm pretty high up there. You max out at 4,095. Friday the 13th for $5. Yeah, I could see that. I played that game before. It confuses the hell out of me. I can't make any sense about it. Okay. So now that we got Durago's palace out of the way, we're going to cruise back across the pond here. Okay, so see if I can remember where I need to go, just through sheer memory. You know, because the first stream that I ever did was Silent Hill 3, and the only problem with that, a lot of things went wrong with that stream. I forgot to save it to a file, so I couldn't edit it later, post it, whatever. I hadn't played Silent Hill in years, you know, by the time I got to it and did the stream, so I was really rusty. And if that's not bad enough, the stream quality, I wasn't good at like making quality streams then, so it really looked like shit. It looked like I was shooting it at like 240p or something, you know, comparable to what you'd see on a Nintendo, which was really sad. Silent Hill 3 needs to be paid its proper homage. Okay, get over here. See, I don't have the coat of arms yet, but I'm going to show you what these got. This guy should say similar to what the guy said in Durago's castle. Come on, Rygar, go in there. I'm working on it though, old man. Okay, so we have no magic points. We've only got 3 health. Get over here. Come on. That is so lame. Okay, so up here should be a second stump, and that's where I'm going to be heading next. So there'll be a pathway to the east. There we go. Yeah, I can't recommend Silent Hill enough, James. That game absolutely blew my mind when I first played it. And I cannot recommend it enough. I mean, it set the precedent for psychological terror in video games, which a lot of people probably didn't think could be pulled off. But yeah, it pulled it off. And then some. Silent Hill grabbed me by the nuts and twisted them. I mean, it was just crazy. Alright, so up here should be a god that will regain my strength. I hope. Yes! Good. And if you ever do, James, let me know how it goes for you. And if it has been a while, I recommend staying away from my Let's Play of Silent Hill that I'm doing right now, because you don't want any spoilers or anything, I'd imagine, so just stay away from that for now. Feel free to check that out later, after you get reacquainted, of course. Whoa! That was very close. Okay, so my next goal is that cave over there. And knock out that guy. There's an Endora God down here. Oh yeah, that's something I'm going to drop right now, James, is that the Soul Reaver. So that was for PlayStation 1. I plan on covering that in the future, as well as Blood Omen. I did have a Blood Omen LP on my channel previously, but it was a silent one, and I'm going to be redoing that with commentary this time, because I'm taking the channel in a different direction than what I had originally planned. Where I was just going to do silent playthroughs, now I'm going to show you guys who the clown is and what he's all about. So it's time for the Monsters Awaken. It's 2 a.m. Well, it's broad daylight, dude. This is what 2 a.m. looks like here in Argul. This place is crazy. Alright, good. Now I'll be able to sleep at night, James. Because, you know, one thing that I get really uptight about, I don't get uptight about much, but one thing I do is spoilers. And people that drop them constantly. It's like, dude, you know, like when Walking Dead is coming back on, you know, I'm a big fan of that show. I don't tune into Twitter on Sundays because people on there are always dropping damn spoilers. It's like, quit ruining it for me, man. Now, in other ways, it is essential and useful, kind of like my buddy Prince Watercress on Twitter. Big wrestling fan. I don't get a chance to watch wrestling as much as I'd like, but he's a good source. Kind of lets me know what's going on as it happens. So I can see where, for some people who don't watch The Walking Dead or can't, that would be useful. I just stay off Twitter. That's what I do. Blood Omen, yeah. I also got a copy of Blood Omen 2, but, you know, Kane kind of looks funny in that one, like he's going for a goth chick look. But in that one, he is badass. You see exactly where the whole thing started. You need the grappling to continue past Lapis. Or Lapis, or whatever the hell you want to call it. But I'm going to call it Lapis. So you can kill these guys. And I'm pretty sure I got to jump over here. And it kind of dead ends, but what you can do is you can drop the grappling hook here. Oh, it's not there. Ha! Okay, so I need to go back maybe towards the end here more. Nope, nothing there either. So do not drop off of that, you will die. Ah! No! I looked over my chat and boom, the guy got me. Ah! Damn, I suck. Alright, so I'm pretty sure it's this platform that I gotta scale down, so I'm gonna do that now. Man. I can't remember. So I'm gonna look around here some. Oh, Defiance. I picked up Defiance myself just recently, about 2-3 months ago. Haven't even played it yet, but I really want to. It looks absolutely amazing. You know, the art in it and everything else like that. Okay. How about right here? Nothing. Man, these guys are killing me. Alright, so I'm going to try the very end here. If I can only remember. See, I can't jump over there, so I'm going to go down here, try this out at the very end. Nope. So I'm pretty sure that I am missing something. Okay, we'll go down here. Nope. Man, I didn't want to have to tank through that guy. I had no choice. Can I shoot up here? What up here? Whoa, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay, so I'm going to try out here. Oh, it is? Good. Glad to know that. You know, the one thing about Soul Reaver is it's classic, but the controls really took me a long time to understand. You know, don't ask me why. It's just the way it is. So I'm going to get out of here. But I can't get out of here. So obviously I am doing something wrong. I am not dropping this in the right place. Get this guy, get this guy. See, I am pretty damn sure that I had to... Yeah, there it is. There it is. Okay, good. Whoa, watch out for this guy. He can screw you up. From this point, you can't go on without crossbow. Well, you got the crossbow. Now, you can farm experience from these robots. They give you quite a bit of it. What you do, you just keep walking in and out of the God's room. Go out, fist flying. Sometimes they even do drop-offs like that. So tell me a little bit about what you know about Defiance. I know my stance on spoilers, but yeah, just kind of give me a synopsis of how the whole thing goes. Is it towards the end of the whole Kane, Raziel canon, or how is that? Because one word that I've kind of grown a little bit loath to lately is reimagining. It's really hard to pull off a reimagining when, you know, you're talking with your old school franchise lovers. You know, that's really hard to kind of get them sold on something like that. Okay, so I'm just going to keep doing this for a bit. So I'm going to show off a little bit. See how my tone is 2,438? I'm going to kill one of these robots, and I'm going to show you how much experience this guy gives you. Yeah, look at that. He gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He gave me 18 tone points. And I'm pretty sure similar amounts for last. They're not dropping these as fast as I'd like them to. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time and then I'm moving on. I don't care. Because then at least I could just move on with the game and try to make up for that lost time. Alright, so this is obviously in the sky. This is a totally different world. Fight! 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 No, you know what, dude? I am already fighting, and I'm not doing so hot at the moment, but I will be doing better later. There's another spot up here with robots that you can farm them, and you can get stuff. I think it was right there. Let me see. See, if I walk to the stump, it'll respawn the guy. So this is a lot quicker than doing the God Room thing. You know, if anything, I'm going to build up health points quicker than anything else if they keep being stingy with the drop-offs, man. Alright, so I got him. Do not get hit by that wave beam. It knocks off a good 4 or 5 hit points. I believe the boss is coming up here shortly, so I need to be stocking up on my magic points as well as my hit points. He's kind of high up there, you know, and he's not too hard either, but if he gets the drop on you, then yeah, it's going to hurt and you're going to die. Okay, switches between the two while one is hunting the other down. Get hard to maneuver sometimes. Kane's level feel like a lot like a tutorial. Alright, cool. Well, at least I don't got to worry about you giving me spoilers, James. But what it sounds like right there, it sounds interesting to say the least. You know, at least I had some funny stuff like a cardboard tube. You know, around Christmas time, it's almost given that my family and I will end up getting into a fight like that. You know, like Christmas paper wrapping. You know, I'll wad it up into a tight little ball and I'll bomb it at the back of my brother's head as hard as I can. Or, you know, maybe like I'll take a cardboard tube from the wrapping paper and just bah right upside someone's dome. I can't help myself. You know, because ever since I went to that, there's a skating rink in town that me and my cousins, my brother, we all went to someone's birthday party. And they gave us all these plastic hollow sticks inspired by the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon, really big back then. And they're like, now you kids don't hit each other with them. And yeah, I was actually the first one to strike blood. And I hit my cousin in the back of the head so hard, I mean, like his eyes went all crossed. But yeah, it's just kids being kids. What do you expect when you load them up with ice cream, cake, all that? Use your head, parents. You want them to get tired? Feed them like a beef sandwich or something, you know? Something real hefty. Okay, so since these guys are giving me more magic points than life potions, I'm going to use Recover. And now we're going to farm for magic points. Fear the tube. You can even do like the robot voice or use it as a megaphone, like, hey, hey, what are you doing over there? Alright, so... Dun, 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 dun. Not one magic point yet. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah. Again, folks, for the ones just tuning in, I am playing Rygar in its entirety today for Children's Cancer Research Fund. On my channel page is a donate button. If you're in a position, go ahead and donate. Unless stated by you, the donor, I'm going to be putting all those proceeds towards the Children's Cancer Research Fund. You know, I've been impacted by cancer myself. Thank God I haven't caught it yet, but a lot of my family has, and a lot of my close friends have. You know, some of them even lost their lives, and it's really sad too when it's just a really young person just barely starting to experience life. It's just not my favorite to see that. Oh, no, no, no. Whoa! I don't know what happened there. Yeah, parents, you know, for me, my parents, they utilized the NES as a built-in babysitter. You set me and my brother in front of that, and we would have played for hours, and we wouldn't have moved a muscle. We wouldn't have gotten anything, we wouldn't have eaten, we wouldn't have done anything. The house would have been exactly as they left it after they just parked our butts right in front of the NES. Rent us about 5 games, and we'll be gone all day. And plus, my dad used to give us these 52-ounce mugs that we would go fill up at a gas station, sometimes twice a day. And it's a miracle I didn't wind up with diabetes. And I actually know a couple of people who've wound up with diabetes because of those types of things, and it's heartbreaking. One just passed away recently. So that right there, I utilized the grapple to my advantage. And because these robots give you so much experience, I ended up catching another hit point there. Thank you. So now I got 6 magic points. Dude, the guy landed right on me. Please go down from here. Lapis awaits you. Cool. So we'll go down from here. So since there are so many guys jumping on me here, I'm going to see if I can farm anything off of them. Ooh, life. Give me that. No! Oh, that was horse shit. I just didn't want to jump into the door. Oh, you stupid robot. So my level is so high up now that the robot's not really hitting me at all with this wave beam, which is cool. Now, you come in here without the proper leveling up, that guy is going to put a hurt on you. So don't even try it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Jeez. Yeah, my parents always pulled that guilt trip on me too. They're always like, oh, now you gotta watch out for everybody. You're the one in charge, and if something goes wrong, it's your fault. Like, dude, no. I am just one man, one kid back then. There's no way I could do it. I got my own shit to worry about. You know, like reading like a Nintendo Power that my buddy was nice enough to loan me. No! Damn it! Gotta be kidding me! Did this put me back at the beginning? Seriously? No! I built up all that magic point. I built up all that life points. And I got greedy, and I paid the price. That sucks! Okay, so we gotta recall, we don't need to go back in here. We need to go over here, and we need to go up. Up, up, up. I want to watch this guy for a minute. That's literally all he does. So if you can jump over that wave beam, time it, he's never going to hurt you. Come here, robot. So once again, I'm going to have to farm for all of my magic points and hit points back. See, my favorite part, James, is when the responsibility was shared. Just park us in front of the Nintendo and we'd be alright. I even told my mom that too. I'm like, Mom, I promise you, rent us 5 video games and we're going to sit here and we're going to be total little angels for you. Oh yes. And we'll make a sound. And for me, you know, some people have their own mixed emotions regarding video games. For myself, I regard them as a means of art, you know, and I only came to that conclusion when I tried to develop myself. It's something I'm still working on, and I might get into later. But it's a lot of work, you know, and I can understand why people would put out subpar games. You know, they just want to be over with it, whatever. They figure it's good enough. But you know, to tell you the truth, a good game is a good game, regardless if it has a long time of development or not. It's all about heart. You know, if it's something that you feel within the depth of your soul is absolutely amazing, then people will feel that too. And of course, you're always going to have your detractors, but just got to keep plugging forward, not letting them get you down. And I think for my first game, I'm going to do like an infinite walker scroller thing, you know, which has been overplayed out. But I've always wanted to build a quality role-playing game. You know, like something with high numbers, something with a lot of epic stuff in it, you know, like hit points. And I want to try to avoid the sappy love story thing, you know, because my own past is just riddled with, you know, loss and everything else. So I'm thinking I'm going to try to put that into video game format. See if I can make some sort of tearjerker RPG. Of course, I'll be looking out to make a decent ending on it, too. But that's the goal. I want to make a nice RPG. You know, maybe a little bit of eye candy, but nothing over the top. You know, I think my cutoff for eye candy for myself would probably be about PS2 level. Or maybe even like, I might go into high def someday. But I don't even high def cap right now, you know, for my videos. I'm using an Elgato video capture. And when I tell people that, they're like, that's crazy, man. But see, the trick that you got to understand is that whatever you have, don't try to make it into something that it's not. So if you're working with standard def equipment, don't try to play it off like it's going to be high def or try to stretch it out like high def. I tried that just running around here on Rygar, setting up for my test, and it looked like crap. I mean, it looked terrible. You know, red and white pixels were blending together. You really couldn't see what was going on. I need robots to respawn. Come on, guys. See, the boss is coming up here in a minute, and I don't have anything to my name but 3 magic points now, and 5 hit points. I need at least 2 more magic points. See, it's amazing the traps that you can wind yourself into while playing Rygar if you want to do it right. Yeah, I could go in there to the boss room and I could try to beat him up, but, I mean, there's a very strong chance I'm going to die. And you've seen me, I don't go in there just mashing buttons either. I try to be all strategic. No. The guy will kill you unless you're careful. But then again, I'm kind of one of those anal, retentive level uppers, power levelers in role-playing games. I like to get ridiculously beyond. Like, see, look, my Rygar is already maxed out. And I'm nowhere even close to the end of the game. Well, I'm actually a little bit close. I've got 2 more bosses to go, I believe, and then a tower. Come on, guys, 2 more magic points. You can do it. You can do it! Okay, so everything's still looking good. I haven't gotten any notifications that my stuff's been disconnected or anything. For those just tuning in, I am playing Rygar in its entirety for Children's Cancer Research Fund. All donations will be going directly to the Children's Cancer Research Fund, unless stated by you, the donor, otherwise. There is a PayPal button that is located on my channel page on Twitch. That will get you to the link, and that will take you to where you need to go in order to place your donation. And there's even a little memo line too, in the event that you wanted to donate a little something to myself, or like maybe split it off. I don't know what you got in mind. This is my very first run for doing something like this. Cancer is a horrific disease, and I would love for it to be able to be treated someday, maybe even annihilated. At some point where you go in for a shot, and then boom, cancer gone. And nothing's more heartbreaking than to see a kid with cancer. The youngest person I've seen with cancer so far was a 19-year-old coworker of mine. Absolutely heartbreaking. But she had the will of the gods. I mean, that woman was strong. And she's still alive today. As a matter of fact, her cancer went into full remission, and she doesn't have to worry about it anymore. Yeah! Got him! So I guess that guy's name was Lapis, and I just beat him. Here's that coat of arms. So this is, I can get those life potions now, which I'm going to be doing. I'm going to get a hold of one right now. Okay, so that wasn't it. I'm trying to remember where that Endora god was that filled my life up. Or in fact, I could just try to find one right now that gives me the life potion if I feel I can make it. See, these guys move slightly quicker than you do, so you gotta be careful. Whoa! And you can jump over them if you like. Nuh-uh, not today, fool. Ah, you bastard. Okay, so there's the entrance to Rosla, so I should be near that one god. So I think it was down here, if I remember correctly. Nope. I gotta go over one. Yep, here it is. So I'm going to cut down to the end here, where that first stump was around that area. There was a god in there that asked me if I had the coat of arms, and he's going to give me a life potion because I have it now. Alright. Oh, I'm not even on camera. Whoops. Whoa! Okay, so I'm going to fix this. Alright, good. So that's better. You can see me now? Alright, good. I should have checked that hours earlier. Whoops. See, he filled me up, and he gave me this beautiful, tasty life potion. Nope, not today, fool. So I haven't been really keeping track of my deaths. I think I've died about 5 or 6 times, which is okay, I guess. And now that we got the coat of arms, we can now get to the tower, which back here in Grand Mountain is where I'm going to be headed next. So there was a little something there that I haven't checked out yet. Come on. See what I mean? I'm trying to use the stupid grapple. Hopefully it didn't take my life potion. Nope, still got it. Good. Alright, so my chat's been kind of quiet. I don't know if that's because it took a dump or what's going on, but can't really see my viewers either from where I'm at. So for the ones just tuning in, thank you very much for doing so. I'm raising up funds for Children's Cancer Fund. Whoop, can't get up there. Whoops. I'm going to pause this and fix my camera. So you got to get creative when your studio is about as cramped as mine. So there we go. So in order to get over there, I need to climb this rope. So let's do that. If you dare, approach Garba found atop this mountain. So that's the Garba Tower that he's speaking of. Whoa! Okay, I thought that raptor was going to hit me for sure. Alright, so in order to get up there, you need to cruise over this way. I love the music for this game. It's absolutely epic. So I'm going to cruise up here. And then, you see that black thing right there? Like a tunnel looking deal inside of the mountain? That's where I'm going to be headed next, but yeah. I need to go over this way. See, that's something we didn't check out before, but now that we got the crossbow, we can head this way. Gotta be careful, though, because there's tons of dragons. Come on. Give me something, guys. Probably should have went to the leveling up spot. Just trying to get through here. It could be a drag! Somehow pulled it off there. Beautiful. See if I can get these guys to respawn. Without killing me! Man. Okay, so this is a tower. Damn it, got no choice. Yeah, remember Aruga? He's nothing now. Okay, I can't remember what I get up here, but I'm pretty sure it's some sort of like loot or flute thing. And that's going to allow us to get to the final castle in this game. And before we do all that, we're going to be collecting items to help us along our journey, including magic points. Got him. Good. See, Rygar's maxed out. So this is as high as he's going to get. Yeah, I know. I said it funny right there, huh? Whoa! Okay. See, in order to hit this guy, you got to hit his body. So I just got to tank through it. Alright. I believe that was the last pickup of the game, aside from, yeah, that's it. Get up there, Rygar. You got a kingdom to save. Man, you butthead. Can't believe that. Guy had me dead to rights. Alright, good. Need to learn to sit proper. I can already hear my grandma in my head. No, sit up straight. Alright, so cruise up there. And this is the absolute top of the mountain. I can get back my life potion. Good. And he filled me up. So that just kind of killed two birds with one stone. I forgot that there was a life potion god in there. So now what I could do is I can head back to Rolsa, and I can build up my magic points, and then I should be able to get into the final castle of this game. You heard that? That is the last castle coming up. Alright, so... Now, to build back up my magic points, I need to find a good spot to do that. Yeah, these guys can just screw off for a second. There we go. Alright, and there's what I'm looking for right there. Well, I can't drop down to it like I was hoping to, but we'll just go down this rope and just go over that way. Okay, this is what I did in my initial playthrough of this game. Oh, no enemies spawn right here. Whoops. It's over this way a little bit more. There we go. And if you have not picked up Rygar yet, I literally picked it up for about $2.99 at my local video game store, and I would recommend it. Very solid game. Okay, so I don't think I get any more hit points beyond that either, because, I mean, it's like Rygar's totally maxed out now. But I can't recall if I was already maxed out before I got that 12th hit point. And I'll look into that more later, and I'll let you folks know what I find out. Yeah, that's true. My grandma always told me that. I used to kind of walk around like a caveman when I was a kid, you know, and try to sink into the ground a little bit. But, you know, she told me to walk, you know, stand proud and all that. That's exactly what I do now. Even without the paint and everything, people like looking around like, who the hell's this guy? He looks weird. Yeah. Alright, so magic points, I'm not really building them up fast at all. Telling you, man, drops in this game are very rare. So for every 20-30 enemies you kill, you might get one. And that is very low ratio. Well, that's 2 right there. That helps out a lot. Oh, man, I could have got those 2 guys right there. Okay, one time, this one kid, I'm going to tell you a funny story, you know, since I'm just here building up. When I worked at Jack in the Box, there was this kid who thought it'd be funny to chuck, you know, like a ranch packet at the back of my head. And it did exactly what you'd think it would do. It exploded all over my head and my hat and everything else. So I decided I was going to get him back. I waited a couple nights, and then I bombed a maple syrup at the back of his head. And he was really proud of his afro-y, curly, fro-y locks that he had. So when I did that, he got so mad at me. And I'm like, yeah, how's that feel, man? And it was all dripping out of his hair, too. It's so gross. Or how about the one night, Buddy and I, he worked at the gas station next door. And we're playing with airsoft pellet guns. And he kept talking about how he used a better shot, whatever. And you know, I'm a pretty decent shot. You know, one time, first time shooting a 357, I had about 6 shots. I put 3 in the chest and 3 in the head on my first try, and that gun's got a lot of kick, right? Well, I shot this guy in the head, top of his head, while he's ducking behind the beef jerky from like 40, 50 feet away with an airsoft pellet gun. That is amazing. And he literally went, ow! Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you the truth, James, it's the injury. It's trying to drag me down, and I'm fighting it, man. I'm fighting it. And I'm going to win. And I'll tell you the truth, I've been feeling a lot better lately, so yeah. I've refused to be a victim any longer of this crap. And if you haven't had whiplash before, man, it sucks. You know, I never thought I'd get dropped like that. Never have been dropped like that. You know, I'm a pretty sturdy guy. You know, I've taken some hits in my time. But then I guess it was all the old injuries of my past coming back to haunt me after I got into this wreck. So I guess I had a compressed tailbone that nobody knew about. And then on top of that, I had an old neck injury that nobody knew about either. See, I went to a chiropractor about 6-7 years ago for, you know, because my neck was stiff. And he got me all lined up, whatever, but I guess it never really healed properly. And that's what they were speaking of. Oh, no, no, no. You gotta be kidding me, man. That sucks. Okay, so that's about death number 7. I lost all my magic points. I lost my life. So now I got no choice but to farm from these guys. So I am not going back and doing all that again. Alright, so the camera's all looking good now. Gotcha. Yeah, and it's just a cheap old webcam too. It runs normally about $35, $36, marked down to $20 at my local Radio Shack. And it's HD, so it's not bad. I just wish that the cord wasn't so stiff, because trying to position it just right is a pain in the ass in itself. Alright, so go up here. Alright, so we've got quite a big climb ahead of us right here. And this is the trek to the final castle. Yeah, anything's possible, that's true. See, I'm kind of like a worst-case scenario type guy, born pessimist. But what I try to do is I try to keep a positive outlook. I try to keep that smile on my face. 5 indoors to reach the castle, which I have. So now I gotta kill these guys again. And voila! We did it. Alright folks, this is the big one right here. This is the finale of the game. Final level. This would happen to be, what the hell the guy's name is, Rygar's castle. Okay, good. So now my webcam's right where I need it to be. Right when I'm towards the end of it too. Alright, so I'm going to go over here. You got a hell of a walk ahead of you too. Not to mention you got really hard enemies in here as well. There is a god in here that will give you a life potion, so I'm going to use mine right now. And hopefully I can recover some magic points. And just when you think you'd go in, I mean, this place is like a prison. It's huge. And anyone who's ever actually been to a prison would realize that those buildings are absolutely ginormous. A lot of walking, a lot of trekking. See, look at that. So the enemies in here, you don't really face the enemies like you've known before. These are all shadow enemies, and they hit a lot harder. They're a lot faster. Yeah, recognize this guy? Dorgon, or Gondor, or whatever the hell his name was. But yeah, we got him. Yeah, those look like a weird version of those crawling baby things. The castle itself is pretty linear, but I do remember a few things about it, like the god that I was speaking about earlier is down this way. So he's in here, so I just got to get through this guy first. And that's another good opportunity for you to farm for stuff. See, because when you get out, he's going to be going to the left, and you can beat him up easily, jump his projectile. And I don't need life right now. What I really need is magic points. What really sucks is that when you lose your life, you lose all the magic points you accumulate. So all that leveling up that I did in Grand Mountain, totally nullified when I fell off the cliff in Rilsa. I mean, that just sucks. And then you got to deal with mediocre enemies in order to get your magic points back. These guys are pretty stingy with the drops too. The good news is every time I walk in here, the guy will fill me up. Yes! Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go for max magic points. Okay, so go back. So I need 3 more. I need to get 3 more magic points. So hopefully it gives me a 2 and a 1 instead of 3 1s. Out of his 1 in 20 or 30 chance of dropping something. Alright. Oh, you butthead. You hit me! You know, I'm getting a little cross-eyed having to do the same stuff over and over again, and that's where Rygar will really test your endurance. You know, it wants to make sure that you're in it for the long haul, and that you're going to be hardcore, and you're going to beat it. in one shot. Okay, so I'm going to go back over here. You know, I wish I could like keep it one steady motion, you know, like back in Grand Mountain, I could reach over and grab a drink, because I am parched. Yeah, it's hot up here. Ugh. But you know what? I made a promise months ago, and I'm going to stick with it. I don't care what happened. I could be recording out of a cardboard box. I still would have got it done for you folks, and for Children's Cancer Research Fund. Oh, yes. Okay, so I think one more magic point will do it for me. Nope, I am good. So I'm going to get out of here. So up here was a fork in the road, and that's where I'm headed right now. But instead of going down or any of that, I'm going to be going left, or maybe I'll go up, though I'm pretty sure it's a trap. Yeah. See, normally enemies will spawn in there, but they didn't this time, so I got lucky. I still got hit, though. James, I love it. Oh, Jeebus. That's funny. I've always loved it when people say, oh, Jeebus. Or Jeebus, or all those other reiterations I've heard. It's always funny to me. Oh, no, no, no. Man, you should have gave me life there, stupid. See, as you can tell, the guys are getting really fast. We're starting to close in on Rygar now. The landscape's definitely getting more ominous. I'm going to take a break here and take a drink. Alright, we're good. So this song is actually pretty awesome. You know, I just wish they would have added a little bit more, you know, pitchier notes, kind of like make it more scary. But this is pretty ominous in itself. You know, but maybe I'm just seeing things on a different level now because I'm starting to make music and everything else like that. I got a lot of creative outlets, folks. You know, beyond Gaming Rebellion's articles, beyond even the Let's Plays that I do. Man. So they knocked off more life than I was hoping they would. I don't think there's any other gods here. They're going to be giving me what I need. And this is Rygar's den, so we got no choice now. Okay, so we're going to do attack and sail. And we're going to use the life potion to get up there. So you can duck down under his projectiles like so. You gotta hit him in the head in order to damage him. Come on, Rygar! See, what he'll do is he'll try to draw you into him. Oh, I did it! I didn't think I was going to do it, but I did it. Oh my god, I did it. Yeah! Alright, so we have beaten Rygar for Children's Cancer Research Fund, folks. Oh yes. So this is where some more of Rygar's epic music shows its face. Alright, so nothing really happens until you push the button. See, I'm going to press start here. The door of peace was open, and peace did again come to our goal. People regained their smiling faces. The warrior who finished his fight returned to Argus. The warrior Vargas, you are really a true hero. End. And that's it. See, I'm pressing buttons. Nothing happens. Select, start, A, B. Nothing happens. Up, down, left, right. Nothing. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put an end to it there. Folks, there you have it. That was my very first stream ever in looking to raise up donations for Children's Cancer Research Fund. I'm going to be doing more of these as we go along. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get up any shirts printed for any top donors or anything at this point, but you know, since I've only come back and I've only been on Twitch for a little bit, I wasn't expecting like a really super huge turnout. So the ones that did show up, I cannot say thanks enough for showing up in here, kind of sharing myself a little bit with you guys, kind of letting you know how cancer has impacted me, and how it still could technically impact myself, you know, being 2-3 pack a day smoker that I was for well over 10 years. I'm just grateful that I had quit, and I'm hoping that I can keep up that good health going forward. You know, so far so good, so knock on wood. I want to say a big thank you, James, for hanging out here with us, any of the other viewers that hung out with me on the Rygar stream. You guys are amazing, and do look for more of these in the future. I'll be making more announcements as they come forward. Well, this has been Lumpz the Clown. I'll say thank you once again for tuning in for the Rygar full stream. Had a ton of fun. I hope you folks did too. And Lumpz the Clown out.